Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. Sorry, I'm clicking around on my audio slider. I'm sorry. Oh. God, the Guardian Ape is such a fucking good. All-time greatest FromSoft boss fight contender, Guardian Ape from Sekiro. Completely out of nowhere, you would never guess that they would be doing it. I told my friend that he should try Wonder Stop and he said it looked too twee. What do I do? I would sever ties. I don't know, who cares? Maybe your friend just don't, sounds like your friend's not going to try Wonder Stop. I don't think it's twee, but also I have like, I feel like I'm the most anti-twee person. Like, I have a low tolerance for that stuff. God, I'm pissed off at your fucking friend, dude. Fuck! I don't have anything that you can do, but I understand. Like, the reason I liked it or wanted to play it was because it got talked about on the besties, where it was like, oh yeah, this thing fucking rocks. Oh, he lives in Vegas? Fuck him, dude. His soul's gone. That shit's been eroded. Never mind. Or either that or you're both going to Vegas, in which case, well, best of luck. I hope you're having a nice time. Dr. Postal Pigeon, thank you very much for the 20 months. Welcome back. Thank you for the subscription. Yeah, look, it's a game about making tea in a tea house. For some people, that's just gonna immediately activate their their cynic. For me, it overpowered that, and I'm like, if you know me, I think that means something because I'm the most fucking cynical guy in existence. But if you don't, it's just looking at the game and being like, what? I could play a game where I make tea and bond with people? Where's the fucking shoot button, man? How many weapons do I get to hold? None? The premise of the game is that I can hold none weapons? I'm out. It rocks, though. I thoroughly recommend Wonder Stop. Loved it. Thank you, the psychological villain. Much appreciated. I hope you have a wonderful time doing whatever it is you end up doing. No nose, no mouth, nobody. Excited to stream some Magic the Gathering in 2 days. Was just looking at deck lists, figuring out what I'm gonna play. Think it's gonna be a fun time. They got like a couple cards that are gonna make a bump in the ranked ladder. But more than anything, I'm just happy to be playing some nasty little fellas. Hey, thank you, Crisprbird, for the gifts up to Clitoris. Yay! All right, computer, please activate the stream. Hello, everybody. How you doing? How you doing? Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm good. In fact, I'm so good that I can't stop screaming. I do this when I'm happy. Hell, works on roller coasters. Why wouldn't it work over here? Why wouldn't it work over here just in a regular chair? Mr. Barely in frame. Look, if you have a life where you have your fucking camera set up for the live podcast in the back and then you have to like move it a little bit in between all the various fucking scenes. Yeah, no, it's hard. Oh god, okay, that's Demi coming up the stairs. I gotta remember to fucking close the...
Sorry.
That's alright. No, I just forgot to close the door.
Are they bitching about the setup?
No, I was just... my camera angle's all fucked up because I was optimizing it for one angle. And because we... So here's the thing, right? I can set up a decent angle for the just chatting screen. Then, if we head on over to game capture, that's okay, but it's not ideal for me. And I'm gonna... Look, I'm just gonna be in my... Okay, thank you, Demi. Thank you for threatening them.
Need to make sure.
Hey, what's up? Glass Pecker fell out of pants. Rock on. Thank you for joining us over here on Twitch. Man, that thing would be fucking loud as hell. Glass...
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh no! Oh no! No! Everyone look at like on the last bounce it smashes, but it's been bouncing for like 15 times in a row.
I'm stress spinning, but I'm next to a pole, so
Yeah.
it keeps hitting it.
Oh jeez, Louise. Ugh.
Oh, sorry, I just need to grab something.
That's all right, baby. Please grab away. I am going to be playing Mugen today. Playing is the wrong word. I'm going to be watching Mugen and commenting on it. Is Demi in Mugen? No. No! She's in the house, and that's fine. Today, I'm going to be watching some Mugen and setting up predictions so everyone can... Oh, God. Seeing the fucking box of boxes jumble around in the background really lets me see how fucked our setup is. Yeah, what's up, Dembo?
Do you know where my left slipper is?
Huh, I guess I don't.
Ugh. That sucks. Oh, I found it.
Hey, there we go.
Hey.
Damn, I'm good at this shit.
This is the best day ever.
Yay!
Yay.
That's the guy, that's the Bug Man, right?
Yay.
Yes.
That's Bugman.
Bugman
Beetle?
from
Beetle, I
Breath of the Wild sequel.
Yeah.
Or Breath of the Wild just regular.
Both of them.
Alright.
His name's Beetle.
No worries, Craves Hardy Beef Dishes. I'm glad you're enjoying Big Soft Titty. It's, which, by the way, for anyone who doesn't know, is our podcast. It's the worst fucking named podcast of all time, but you know what? You name something when you're drunk and it just sticks around.
I think I told you about the guy on the street in Melbourne, right?
The guy on the street in Melbourne? No,
Yeah,
I don't think so.
He was like, after the Dragon Friends show, he was like, Demi, oh man, big fan. I've been listening to a lot of Big Soft Titty. I like binged 50 episodes and thanks. So it was really weird.
Yeah, when everyone's saying like, it's you never get a thanks without a little bit of mustard on it.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
you get it, and it comes across as like a.
I did put some sarcasm sauce on there. It is genuine, but there was a little bit like, sorry,
Yeah.
this is me being him. There's
Sure.
just a little bit of sarcasm in there.
Yeah,
Actually, thank you, but like, thanks.
thanks for like keeping to a schedule and stuff, but I don't know that this has definitely made me better.
Yeah, why have you done that?
Hey, thank you very much for the 100 bits, Kieran Naris. Hell yeah, good nice art. Hearing about what if the Statue of Liberty has a pussy change my outlook on life. Okay.
I think we did the same thing about the Mona Lisa.
Yes. I believe we were talking about what if they found a second half of the Mona Lisa that like was supposed to slot directly underneath the part we know about, and it gives away why she's smiling like that because she's just got her pussy out under there. So, anyway, I believe it is time for us to wander into the world of Mugen. I am going to navigate to OBS. Here we are in... man, we've got 4 of these currently kicking around. I am hoping that they work. I am really, really hoping that we don't get more crashes than we know what to do with. Okay, I am unmuting the Mugens. No, don't. Okay, phew. We're good. We're safe. I feel safe. I feel warm. I feel actually beloved. And I think I'm thriving also. A little clue as to how fucked up everything is that... A little clue about how fucked up this version of Mugen is that the game is unable to show all of the words on its main page. So, this is the character menu. If I don't hide it using this guy, the bitrate goes to absolute hell. So this I think, I can't remember who did this. I think it was M.U.G.E.N, but it's very beautiful. I'm going to get up the prediction so I can run this as soon as we start. But let's start at the very beginning. This is a fan-made fighting game. It is among the most illegal artifacts you can have on a computer. It is entirely unlicensed characters. Every one of these characters has been put in here by someone with a hyperfixation and enough coding knowledge to just piece things together. Every one of these little tiles you see here is a character. Whether that character loads up and actually has its moves work is another story. So, I'm going to go ahead and basically just make it so it's random character select, luck of the draw, and we bet on who will win. 1v1. First to 2 rounds, and we're off. Has anyone made a Tom Walker character yet? No. Mercifully, my viewers have been able to devote their time to slightly more pressing issues, like getting vasectomies, I feel like, is the age group that my viewers are aging into nowadays. Oh, this is a place for perverts. Hi, what's up, M.U.G.E.N, by the way? We are artistic in completely different ways. My viewers have a wide-ranging and wonderful areas of autism, but none of them have crossed into making a Mugen character. It seems like a lot of work. Tom, do you ever watch Salty Bet at all? I checked it out for a second and then was like, oh, I'd like to do that myself. But I never watched it like for a long time. All right. So, here we are. This is the random select screen. The characters that you see flashing up in front of you, any one of these could be our player 1 character, but of course it is going to be... What the hell? It is some manner of creature. It is a stick figure little fella from looks like a Newgrounds Flash game. And player 2 is... Well, that looks like Albert Wesker from Resident Evil, but knowing my luck, that's probably a character in King of Fighters who has reshaped people's entire worlds with how much they love him. So, we're going to go ahead and bet on player 1, player 2, or the game crashes. Always a possibility with a 1,000 character select fighting game. I'm going to start the prediction now. It'll start up the top there. You can gamble using channel points, which are not worth anything. You can use them to highlight messages for a lot because they're very distracting to me because I'm stupid. Here, the prediction is now live. And thank you, M.U.G.E.N, for the follow. Welcome to Perverts. Thank you, Judge Didn't Like My Song, for the 23 months. And thank you, Wide-Eyed Ape Reading Book, for the 42 months. Welcome back. Wow. I've received a Who's This Diva emote. Thank you to the Twitch Hype Chest for giving me such a beautiful artifact.
Oh, I love money.
Hey, thank you, Second Biggest Loser, for the 500 bits. You know what? Oh, shit. You know what would be fun? Here, let me... I am firing up the window capture. I'm activating window capture on chat. And then I'm going to make it so that we've got a cropped window that shows... God damn it. All right. Well, it's gone. Well, never mind. I was going to make it so that we could see the predictions rolling in as they came in. But I guess we'll do that on the next one. I didn't realize that that would just disappear. All right. Player 1, player 2, or game crash. We will find out in just a couple seconds. Who gets the tombos and who will be going home empty-handed after fight number 1? I am also... Ah, crap. Bah! Hey, go up, Kings! Thank you very much for the raid. What's up? Did everybody have a lovely time? Did everybody have a lovely time watching our friends kind of slowly move around for 2 hours? I did. I had a wonderful time. You're here just in time for the first fight of the night in Mugen. It is going to be a stick figure man versus possibly Albert Wesker in 3, 2, 1, go. Charles versus Wesker. Wesker, of course, a series-long antagonist of the Resident Evil series. And Charles, looking like I would think he is the coolest thing I'd ever seen in my life when I was 10 years old. When the coolest thing I could think of was listening to music. Okay, we're off. Unless a move crashes the game, it looks like Crash is out. Wesker bringing his own fonts to the fight. Love that. Beautiful kerning on them. Oh, and speaking of spacing, he's able to pick his battles as Charles zooms to the corner and Wesker controls space with beautiful jumps. Wesker with some voice lines, a huge pool of health, but Charles has him in the corner, able to escape though with a series of well-timed jumps. Charles has a gun? Seems out of keeping with his kind of laissez-faire attitude. Wesker with a gun of his own. Super versus super. Wesker almost evens it up with his own, but here comes Charles with a super flash of his own. Both competitors able to use bar in this contest. This is only round 1. Will round 2 be any different as we close in? They're keeping it even. Charles copping a brutal gunshot. That could be a deciding factor as Wesker jumps the super. Lets him play out the animation. Charles, embarrassed, pulls out the gun. Lets the chopper sing twice. Wesker opens him up with a super. And it's right down to the wire. Wesker eats a big left hand. Hendo would be proud. Charles, round 1. We got a fight on our hands, gang. Oh, both players intimidatingly walking towards each other. Shin kick connects with a block. Charles cornering himself, but able to eke out a significant amount of damage on Wesker. Wesker not able to find really much of a touch this round. Looks like Charles has just a slight amount of health missing. A bit more now. Oh. Limbs of Charles jumped over by Wesker there. Sticks avoided, but so far, this is all Charles. An authoritative showing after a difficult first round. Seems he's got Wesker's number here. Super flash from Charles gets... Oh, catches Wesker trying to interrupt the animation. Slamming down, spinning punch, jump into nothing, into bait super into jump. Charles makes it look easy second time around. You have to wonder how much he learnt after that first round. Incredible. That is a win for player 1. 43% of people bet that Charles will be successful there. Congratulations to you all. I'm going to go ahead and roll this up again. Next up, we have, for player 1, a boobed purple-haired lady. History says that this will be an intimidating matchup for pretty much any fighter. Let's find our opponent now. It is a similarly boobed purple lady. Oh my god. It's the fight of the night, and it's not even nighttime yet, man. It's happening in the afternoon. All right. This prediction is going up now. Who will win? Player 1, player 2, or will the game crash? Purple lady, or no purple ladies for anybody? Hey, thank you very much, Spencer Benz, for the 30 months. Thank you, Cash Gordon, for the 21 months Prime. And thank you, Prime and Octa Strategy Guides, for the 43 months. And yes, I did see the fucking... I was watching when JF was committing himself very well to the annoying dance. Streamers now pass the Bechdel test. Wait until we see the intros. One of them might be introduced by, if I had to guess, Iori. He seems to get his way into pretty much every situation. But if we're able to pass the Bechdel test here, this will be a historic moment for Mugen. All right. Who will win? We have... Oh my god. Fucking it up. There we go. Looks like the second purpler lady is ahead by just a hair. A purple hair, perhaps. Let's go ahead and start it up. Let's see if Game Crash wins right off the title screen. We have AA versus CPU Iris Heart. CPU, a chilling thing to see out the front of the name of a already computer-controlled character. Oh, Jesus Christ. AA, I'm so sorry. I think your time has come. Yeah. Sorry, it was an even match until you showed me that one of the characters transformed from a child into a humongously busty woman. And from there on out, the perversion power was so much more powerful with CPU Iris Heart. This is all CPU Iris Heart, who has just been able to chain together moves, leave herself lying down uninteractable with 70 seconds left on the clock. It looks like she's happy to just have broken AA's brain and take a nap for herself. Oh, no. AA wearing herself out, spending super on a move that's never going to hit. Attacking the wall, knowing that her only way out of this with a win-loss record that doesn't have an L in the column is just breaking out of the game itself. She's trying to Guilty Gear Strive her way straight out of the screen and into the next one. Take me out of here, dude. Take me out. Put me in Project L. I don't care. Anyway, without CPU Iris Heart. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like those pleas are going to be answered. 25 seconds on the clock. Will CPU Iris Heart find it in herself to stand up and get going? It does not look like she will. She's out of battery, man. She's all tuckered out. Who hasn't been here? Damn. She's going for the timeout victory. It's not an honorable move to some people, but the rounds in her column nonetheless. CPU Iris Heart snapping to her feet. Doesn't look so tired now. Let's see if the same tactic repeats on round 2. CPU Iris Heart opening up with a super. Hopefully she will just deplete her opponent's health bar to 0. But no, she's laying down again! After doing just enough damage to make sure that she will be winning it by timeout. Oh, jeez. And we just get to watch AA running her kata all alone. Trying to hit her downed opponent with a low kick. Good instincts, but unfortunately it's not going to work. Getting some good insight into AA's animation frames at least. They look great. It's a good-looking character. Looks like it will be fun to watch in an equal opportunity matchup. Fit. Crazy that the lady named after the battery wasn't the one with the power issues. It's true. Also cool that I had to click allow that message because Twitch has flagged the term crazy that the lady as misogynistic. Oh, man. 49% of people had this for CPU Iris Heart. Congratulations to them. They were 100% correct. As time rolls down on CPU Iris Heart versus AA, it's a conclusive, if incredibly boring, matchup in CPU Iris Heart's favor. Congratulations, CPU Iris Heart. You have trounced your opponent. The control versus aggro matchup. Hey, a brutal one. When control just gets to sit back and let it roll. Time roll on. All right. Next up, player 1 is... Oh. Player 1 is... Huh? Weird. Player 1, we have... The Thing, I think. I think it's The Thing. I can see a smidgen of underwear through the character select screen just down there at the bottom. And for player 2, why, it's Little Anime Girl. All right. I think this one is going to be a blowout, if I had to guess. I mean, not only is this a little anime girl, it's also a little anime girl who seems to be wearing a maid headband. This is going to be... I mean, you just hate to see something like this cross the Thing's workload. How the fuck? Okay, there we go. Player 2 currently running away with it. Completely understandable that this is happening. A small amount of people betting on The Thing. Thing looks too big, betting on Crash. That's an entirely reasonable assumption to make when the character bursts out of his character select screen and takes up some of the real estate down the bottom left of it. Evening out a little bit. At least not the insane ratios that they were before, but a significant amount of people still just going with the, I would guess, clear favorite in this one. Powered by the perversions of anime fans. Player 2. Let's see who wins. Player 1 versus Player 2. Name reveal now. The Thing versus Abyss Megas. If this loads, this should be an easy win for Abyss Megas if I had to guess. It's a crash! Oh! Abyss Megas has caused a crash. It wasn't even The Thing, dude. The Thing, undefeated, turned up for an honorable fight. Unfortunately, Abyss Megas with an apostrophe after the A has brought low the powerful infrastructure of Mugen. All right, that's a game crash. Only 8% of people bet that the game would crash there. And they are getting paid out to the order of 1,091,504 channel points right now. My, oh my. Congratulations to those who guessed that it was going to be a crash, regardless of whether you thought it was going to be The Thing or Abyss, who spelt the N there. And now we are going to one of the backup copies of Mugen, because I always have at least 3 copies open when I do these streams, because it takes about 10 minutes to open up a copy of this fucking game on account of it has 1,000 playable characters and it's coated with like dental floss and toothpicks. All right. I'm going to open up a 4th one in the background to keep us at an even 4 for if we get a few crashes in a row here. And now let's find out our next fighters. For this round, we have the random select guiding us to a anime character of some renown. Second up, we have a completely blank spot on the screen. Very glad that I've already made the move to open up a new Mugen for if this crashes. All right. Start the prediction. You have 1 minute to predict whether player 1 is going to win, player 2 is going to win, or the game will crash. I can see a tiny little man. If it is these guys over here that you're talking about, the This here is actually part of the character select portrait right there, kind of bursting out of its constraints even before being selected. So I understand how that's confusing. On account of it would never happen in any other game or software you would ever come into contact with in your life. But currently this is, as far as I can tell, a completely blank player 2. It's a mystery. But what are the odds that there could possibly be 2 crashes in a row? right, let's see. These have rolled in, and we have... Oh my god. Now, why is that not working suddenly? Oh, well, whatever. All right. Ooh. Sorry, this is me making sure that the next version of Mugen does not crash. Okay, sweet. Here we go. In this match, we have... Kiyoko _ Typep versus Yashiro. It loads! Gang, we got a fight on our hands. All right. If O stands for Orochi, Kiyoko has her work cut out for her as he seems to land a command grab right off the bat. Her response is to power up and do nothing. He spams super twice over the top of her. Seems like the leaping command grab super is not going to be one that's used particularly well by the AI here. Doesn't quite have the range. Transforms the entire screen into a red hellscape. Luckily, Kiyoko was over the other side at the time. Kiyoko unable to get anything started here, though. Uppercut takes off a considerable chunk of health for one hit. Grab puts Kiyoko in the corner. She responds with an uppercut, unable to do literally any visible damage to Yashiro's health. The command grab super hits! Dunked! Kiyoko slams into the ground. Yashiro with an emphatic round 1 victory. I do think the O stands for Orochi. Seems like it. All right, that uppercut took a little bit of health off. You can see just a sliver of background through Orochi Yashiro's health bar. He powers up in some undistinguishable way, then gets a single jump in heavy kick for his troubles. Oh my god. He says, fuck you, eat a face, and takes off a cheeky half life bar with one super move. Orochi Yashiro makes you watch the cutscene as he takes home another round 2 victory. Not one of the most overpowered characters we've ever seen, but certainly one that has earned his on the outro. Big win by Orochi Yashiro, someone who didn't even show up in the character select screen, but sure did come to play when we got out there into the game itself. Big win for player 2 believers. 500,000 points going out there to them. Bam, 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 bam. All right, next up, we start the prediction once more. Who will it be this time? Let's find out. Ah, fuck. Well, the chat is about to become horny in a level that we've only seen theorized. As Mrs. Incredible takes on a guy. Mr. Goatee takes on the goat herself, Elastigirl. Is that a One Piece? So good to see Rob Lucci, some One Piece nerd, and then Lucci, as people immediately strive to identify the One Piece character as soon as they possibly can. Who will win? Player 1, Player 2, or Game Crash? Yeah, I think Mrs. Incredible wears a One Piece. Really? Damn it. Where's the dang... Yeah, I know it's time to vote on the predictions. Now, show me... Okay, so it just takes a long time to load up that thing. That's good to know, and I'm learning. Here are the votes as they come in. If you're in line to vote, stay in line. Player 1, Player 2, Game Crash. Only a few people voting Game Crash on this one, it looks like. It's never a huge amount. I think we all want the spirit of competition to win out. Miss Incredible might be breaking out of her frame here, but that's honestly a small element of brokenness in a game like Mugen. I'm expecting Elastigirl to be a horny design, not a broken design. I think if I had to put money on something here, I think I would think that it's going to be, in terms of insane fans, I feel like One Piece and specifically The Incredibles, are pretty close, but I've got to give the edge to anime when it comes up against any kind of Western animation. Here we go. We have Elastigirl versus Rob Lucci. Loading into the game. There they both are. Elastigirl is looking simply marvelous. Waist cinched to high heaven. Mama is looking triangular as hell as she takes to the air a glide and a flash kick. Opening up Rob Lucci in the early seconds. Looks like Rob Lucci is at an immediate disadvantage as his projectile goes completely over her head, and Elastigirl responds by becoming big and round. Hiding the chat. Hiding the chat. Hiding the chat immediately. Can't deal with seeing a Twitch chat's response to Elastigirl becoming big and round using a special move. Holy fuck, but now she's in the corner. It doesn't look like she's gonna become anything other than another slot in Rob Lucci's W column. God damn, he is all over her. Anime fans, stay more perverted, more devoted to their horrible little people winning than Western animation fans could ever imagine. Rob Lucci opening up by transforming into a tiger for some reason that's, I'm sure, buried deep in his backstory. May well even be a leopard. Oh, 100 hand slap in the corner and then shooting a little silenced pistol out of his hand. Again, cornered. Air combo as the leopard. Inflation kink losing that to furry kink. He ate a Zoan fruit. Bro, is your fucking... Sorry, One Piece fans. I just want to know, is your manga that is purportedly one of the greatest stories ever told and has been going for literally decades, how much of it is about guys eating different fruits? Is it all about fruit? Fruit making you powerful? It's not 100%, it's like 75%. All right. Well, honestly, that's good to know. 96%, and that's a first-time chat from someone whose name is a secure password, so you know they're telling the truth. All right, that was a player 2 win. Congratulations to Lucci, who I believe is from the anime and manga series One Piece. Not everyone. Some people hold swords in unusual places. Well, there you go. All right. Player 1 this time is going to be a flash animated character of some unusual provenance versus... fuck. Okay, so it's the two gray purples. Is that Chowder? Okay, Chowder is a TV show. Thank you. This seems like it's two things that people younger than me grew up on. That is not Invader Zim, to the best of my knowledge. Anyone know? Can anyone identify the player in player 2's slot? Me? I don't know. But the prediction is now live. It's some OC. It does have the look of an OC. I can understand how you'd think that. That bottom one is made by the biggest pervert so far, I can tell. That's good to hear, M1YP. I think that, I mean, yeah, look, the combination of some Homestuck energy and also a slight amount of, like, Invader Zim look does lead me to think that is the truth. I think you're onto something, unfortunately. A 3-head's going to be better than 1. As Chowder faces off against... Who knows? Let's find out. A lot of people putting their money on player 2. Will player 1 have a big enough fan base that they have coded him into a Mugen as an unbeatable guest character? Is it a Wither from Minecraft OC? Fortunately, I am in a position where I have simply no idea whether it is. I guess we'll find out. Hey, thank you, Eskis, for the 3 months. Welcome back. All right, here we go. Chowder versus Warrior Wither. Holy fuck. Congratulations, second biggest loser, for immediately skyrocketing up the ranks of whatever loser you'd like to be, as you successfully identify that this is a Wither from Minecraft. Chowder able to throw out some early aggression. Warrior Wither evading all of it. What the hell? Is this your guy's guy? Does he just have a tentacle in his mouth at all times? Okay, able to get some touches on Warrior Wither. The full cast is here. Everyone is here for Chowder. Holy fuck, what is up with Chowder? Warrior Wither, unfortunately, looking more and more like just a regular PNG than a playable fighting game character. Gets 2 touches on Chowder, and that has pretty much leveled the health bars. Chowder able to power up the super meter very quickly, though. And the full screen projectile move is at least going to buy him some time here if he can deploy it well. Gets the super move in the corner. Warrior with his health bar getting chipped down. It's probably going to go to time here, but at least Chowder is able to keep the pressure up. Whereas Warrior Wither is just kind of moving around slowly and not doing too much. Extremely low damage match. This is fatigue for sure. We're going to just wear these guys out on each other. Another super from Chowder. Clips Warrior Wither. Warrior Wither past half health. This has got to be insurmountable for Warrior Wither from here. Warrior Wither sitting on 3 bars of super. If he's able to do literally anything, the time to do it is now as we close in on the last 10 seconds of the fight. Hate to see a Mugen match go to time. It's especially bad because we've got round 2 on its way now. Huh. Well, that's nice. All right. Round 2. Will Warrior Wither be able to do a single move, or will Chowder prove overwhelming as he knows where his controller is and how to press the buttons that are arrayed upon it? Another super gets Warrior Wither in the corner. That kick is so annoying and it's so loud. Come on, late game crash. Look, I think Warrior Wither has it in him to... Oh my god, and with that, Warrior Wither takes the life lead because Chowder does 0 - 3 damage with each one of these horrible kicks. I despise the tongue move. Full screen zoning there from Chowder, able to kick Warrior Wither away. Warrior Wither takes their time getting back in, moving slowly, but with a single move does more damage to Chowder than Warrior Wither has taken the entire match. If Warrior Wither gets a touch on Chowder, it's gonna go to round 3 with equal scores. Chowder doing a lot, but the lot doesn't mean shit. Warrior Wither able to dodge the super, gets into the corner. Just use one move. One move once, and it's yours. Climb the ladder, kid. Make yourself famous. Chowder attempting to zone with those kicks and the grab whenever Warrior Wither gets close, but it's not going to be enough unless they've got just a source of damage that's previously been untapped. Oh my god. Is Chowder going to be able to close this out? No, we're going to round 3. Timeout win for Warrior Wither. Chowder is not having fun anymore, and I gotta say, I feel ya, man. All right. Is Warrior Wither going to use a move? Chowder is calling on their friends to help them out here. The big tongue fist whiffs, does not do anything. Chowder puts Warrior Wither in the corner. Allies run in for Chowder. Oh, the super misses completely. Chowder eats a lot of damage unless Chowder is able to zone out successfully for, say, the next half of this match. That is going to be enough of a... That is going to be enough for Chowder to just kiss goodbye to their chances here. I reckon 2 more hits from Warrior Wither and this is unwinnable for Chowder. Ah, that's a big hit from Warrior Wither. No animation, but it feels bad just the same. Warrior Wither gets in close, lands another hit, dodges every bit of super and hits. Counter from Warrior Wither. Double jump in the air. Empty jump into one hit. Into walk forward. Hit by super. But the speed with which Warrior Wither gets back in. 30 seconds on the clock. Warrior Wither takes it. No animation. What you did in the ring said it all. No need for a voice line. No need for movement. And thank God for that, because it didn't seem like you had any. Player 2, 44% of the vote. That is going to take it home. Congratulations to Warrior Wither. I've never been more devastated. It's so painful seeing a character with all that effort put into it lose to a character with... Well, I think not a single frame of animation or audio. Chowder, you've won our hearts, but Warrior Wither has won the rounds. Now, we're going to load up player 1, who is some kind of pixelated blue-haired character, versus... God, seeing the little still image of Professor Farnsworth whiz by there was really, really damaging. Really damaging to me to know that we just missed out on that. Gilgamesh? Hell, okay, maybe. All right. Throwing up the prediction here. 1 minute to vote. Will it be blue hair or completely armored, powerful warrior? Pretty even matchup across Mugen. It's upsetting that people know who these people are. The defining moment of the Mugen, like, random matches so far has definitely been when a random character came up and just looked like a completely unremarkable illustration of a man, and someone immediately said he is from a public sex manga, and that led to me taking the game off screen for that fight, and I was very glad I did. So it is good to know that that is lurking somewhere in here, because I've also forgotten the name of the character and what he looked like, and I did not remove him. So we have that waiting for us somewhere. All right, here we go. It is Ukyo Tachibana versus Yoshimitsu. Oh! Tekken's very own Yoshimitsu, not the Soul Calibur version, and Ukyo Tachibana, who looks like, I don't know, maybe from a Samurai Showdown that was on the Game Boy Advance, maybe? I don't know. Ukyo able to just give Yoshimitsu the space he needs as he key charges up. Big damage from the little lady. Holy. Oh no, is Ukyo the fucking... Samurai Showdown fans. Yes, Ukyo is the... Sorry, Ukyo is a man and he's got, like, fucking consumption or something? Alright. Yoshimitsu is in so much damage. Ukyo Tachibana able to cut off any... Ooh, oh dear. Any aggression from Yoshimitsu. Yoshimitsu spamming a super, has Ukyo Tachibana in the corner, but all Ukyo needs to do is wait. Empty jump opens up. Yoshimitsu to the sword. Alright. He's the sickly hot boy. You got it. You never want to misgender a samurai, dude. The tweet about making fun of someone's man bun. There is a horny poster in the back there, and it's oh so large. Damn. That feels like something that has been farewelled, and thank goodness for it. The action of having like a bikini poster just up around workplace. But also I say that as someone who doesn't... whose workplace has the gigantic Twilight poster up. So, you know what? Never mind. No, they're still there? Well, hell yeah. Never mind. As I said that, I was like, when's the last time I went to a mechanic? Don't worry about... I guess my thing is I don't know where you get them from now. Do you print them out or? All right, hey, let me pay some attention because Yoshimitsu is showing some fire here in the second round. Low forward. Oh my god, catches Ukyo Tachibana in the air. Oh, so many of the attacks going over Ukyo Tachibana's head, but mercifully able to clip them because Ukyo Tachibana is addicted to jumping. Third round, which I would not have predicted from the way that the first round went. Here we go. Yoshimitsu opening up with a jump. Ukyo Tachibana jumping back over them. Okay, the spin of the sword, definitely a good move for this matchup as it cuts off a lot of Ukyo Tachibana's verticality, which apparently they're addicted to. Throwing the apple to slice it up. Projectile gets Ukyo out of the corner for a second before Yoshimitsu puts them back in. Spin, spin. Spin's full body hitbox is doing great. The missed move needs to be left aside for the matchups where your competitor is approximately 1.5 apples tall. But unfortunately, Yoshimitsu not ready to say goodbye to old garbage. 2 jump-ins connect. Juggle in the air. Yoshimitsu just winning by doing more here. A proactive game plan is winning out. Ukyo blinking first and unfortunately gets clipped. One move away. Yoshimitsu finds it with a low kick that connects with the entire body of Ukyo Tachibana. Player 2 wins. Incredible. Beautiful to see a match go to round 3 after a decisive round 1. Oh, that was 1-1 Ukyo? There you go. Hell yeah. What all these characters pulled from? Kind of just everything. This is a version of Mugen that was put together by someone. I think it's called All-Star Tournament by M.U.G.E.N. And it has, as you can see, as many characters as that person could find. We have Duck King. Duck King from Garu, Mark of the Wolves, King of Fighters. Not King of Fighters. King of Fighters versus a real life man. Actual luchador versus Duck King from SNK. I think it's SNK. Fatal Fury, thank you. All right. La Sombra. Okay, let me Google La Sombra. Oh my god, is this Andrade? Okay, if it affects anyone's votes on who is going to win in this matchup, you need to know that the man under the mask there in the player 2 position is so handsome. It's really messed up. It's so weird. Why does Tom always look surprised? It's the big forehead, dude. I got my enough room for my eyebrows to really run around that I always look surprised because they always look like they're up. Because if they're not, there's this much that I, like real estate that I'm just not using, you know? That's too much land to let fall fallow. I've got to be using my forehead as much as I can. And also, I guess I do also look surprised because I am looking at a fight between a regular pro wrestler and a guy called Duck King. Looks like the majority of bets are on player 2 here. Player 1, player 2. Show hot man. You got Google. I'm not gonna fucking. I don't want to risk opening up the conversation to people saying he's not hot. Oh, okay, never mind. Don't worry. Actually, I found a. I don't think that's going to be happening. My squeaky chair. Sir is looking simply wonderful. This is also funny to stand like this. To be a really good hot guy and then just kind of stand like, I don't know, filling a door. Come on, dog. All right. Let's see who wins. If this is indeed La Sombra, that is Andrade. Oh my god. Sorry, my song started again. Here we go. Ah. Duck King versus Oro. You are all wrong. It's not La Sombra. It's Oro.
Are you ready?
Yes. Oh my god, Duck King's animation is fucking killing it. Oro eats a big hit early on. Duck King stuffs a jump in. Duck King able to show off some agility that is really going to make Oro look like absolute crap. Humongous headbutt. Holy god, Oro's got combos and he's shooting chairs. Never mind everything I said, I take it all back. Oro is showcasing the power of professional wrestling. All right. Can Duck King do any better with 1 bar of super under his belt here? Duck King's jumps were looking good, but then Oro casually in the second round jumps fully off screen and runs fast enough that speed lines appear. Oh god, air combo from Oro and then follows it up with a barrage of chairs. And again, Duck King dispatched by the silent Oro. God damn. We went to all that trouble, showed you a hot man for nothing. 60% of people bet on Oro. 60% of people are thrilled with the outcome of that match. Congratulations. All right, here we go. Hello, Jugsy. Can tournaments be set up in this? I think basically no. Probably somewhere, but not this version. This version is just the best thing I found to do with it. Fuck you. All right, I'm letting it roll because that's crazy that we just rolled the same character twice. That's nuts for us to hit 2 1 in 1,000 chances back to back. I guess we've seen what Charles does. He's got a gun. Let's figure out who's going to win. Is it going to be Charles, who we've seen before? And a red rectangle with the suggestion of a person inside it. Is player 2 just an album cover? It may be. Oh. Rolling the Mugen randomizer until I roll Charles 10 times in a row stream. Wow. Finally a call for help that is going to be impossible for anyone to ignore. Travis touchdown? Okay. I can see how that could be. You could see that shape in there. Yeah, the jacket flaring up the back and the skinny jeans of Travis touchdown. Potentially, I can see a world where that's it. Google says he's Kazuna. Well, there you go. I'm going to Google the word Kazuna. Well, Kazuna.com.au is inviting me to embrace the timeless artistry of Japanese clothing. Step up my style game with Zoe Kratzman shoes. All right, and they got a nutritionist as well. They invite me to embark on a profound exploration of Japanese clothing that transcends mere garments and delves into the essence of artistry and tradition. Now that copyright 2025 Kazuna and the word delve there is telling me all I need to know about the Kazuna business model. Let's start the match. It is Charles versus Kazuma.
Yeah.
Okay, thank God he is actually moving. Kazuma is taking his time on the intro. And it looks like something's up with him. Alright, well... Charles gets hit with the scary arm and the full screen face. Half health gone for Charles right off the bat. The hits are doing not all that much. We're seeing flashes of pixels. Oh, Charles is doing dead pixels amount of damage on Kazuma's health bar, unfortunately. Even the super is only opening up enough that you would wipe your screen to get that flashing bit of red away. Is Kazuma going to do anything? He's got 1 bar of super. He's just cornered and eating hits. All he needs to do is just one thing, but unfortunately, Charles looks like he's found Kazuma's... The range that Kazuma cannot deal with. Can't quite even understand. Maybe never mind. 2 hits. Bodies. Charles. And of course, now we get the trademark Kazuma move of standing still for about 15 to 30 seconds before doing anything again. Kazuma sitting here with 3 bars of meter, happy to let Charles wail away on him. Maybe just kind of, I don't know, checking his emails as he takes a few punches to the face. Bing, bing, bang. Charles is waiting for the perfect counter. He found it for sure. Kazuma, please. There we go. Oh my god, that did it. Why would it make that sound? Congratulations to Kazuma and his voice actor for those incredible performances. Honestly, I think that Kazuma was probably working more than Kazuma was. Had more seconds on the clock in that match. Next up, player 1 is well, it's an aquatic beast of some kind. It looks like an amalgamation, if I had to be honest with you, gang. Next up, it's an aquatic thing versus Mortal Kombat. There you go. From the game Tester is from, I think. There you go. Okay. We have a Nautilus shell on a body with a trident versus one of the Mortal Kombat characters that I don't recognize off the top of my head. Mortal Kombat 3, Shang Tsung. Oh, Shang Tsung is one of the guys who's scary. Dorsal combat. Very good, Jojo. All right, Red Earth versus Mortal Kombat. That's what we're coming down on. Red Earth versus Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat character probably going to be not too showy, but deal a frankly ridiculous amount of damage with a big uppercut. Good night, Venom's Dargan. Red Earth character may be overtuned, might have access to the back and front of the screen at the same time. I don't know. I have to go for the birdfish thing because why not? 100%. It's a beautiful creature, I have to say. The bits poking up between its carapace are reminding me of the beasties that you find in the armor sets in Resident Evil 4. Alright, let's see if this works. We have Hydron versus Shang Tsung. Oh, thank you, Zombie Response, for gifting a tier 1 sub to Glass Packer fell out of pants. Glass Packer fell out of pants. Thank you for reminding me. I adore Hydron. Hydron is so fucking sick. Okay, Red Earth characters got some aggro in them, confirmed. Able to space it out. However, the damage of the Mortal Kombat characters is going to be real high. Oh no, after that early burst of aggro, Shang Tsung is dominating this match. Holy. Even brought his own sound bites to rub it in. Red Earth doesn't have anything here. Not a win, not an audio file, nothing. Okay. Oh god, he kicked him so hard he ran through to the other side of the screen. Alright, Hydron able to at least get up in the air for a second, but unfortunately the big meaty uppercuts and single hits of a Mortal Kombat character are gonna body poor Hydron. They have him in the corner. Finisher available. And a fatality that could not possibly make its way into the compilation, given its brutality. Incredible. I'm so sorry, gang. I cannot believe that Hydron was dispatched in such a manner. I didn't want to see that any more than you did. Player 2 won. Player 2 won. Hate that. The Mollusk by M.U.G.E.N. Man, I didn't ever watch, I didn't ever listen to M.U.G.E.N. My most exposure to M.U.G.E.N. is from, I think I watched a video about what their relationship to, SpongeBob SquarePants. I think I'll maintain my distance from Ween. I think I missed the point where that was going to overtake my brain, and I've become just a guy who listens to. I can help increase your exposure to Ween. God damn, dude. Getting that message and just immediately like throwing my phone across the room. All right, player one is an anime guy, potentially Kingdom Hearts or Final Fantasy, judging by the collar and the Christian but not necklace on display. Second up, we got mouse girl of some description. Things that are standing out to me immediately are the anime art style and the red eyes. All right. 1 minute to get your votes in, gang. Iron Mouse Toho. If it's a Toho character, I mean, this guy's got to be from, like, the most popular anime of all time. Actually, you know what would save this guy is being from an anime that got exactly 2 seasons, 10 episodes each. Then he would have the power of perversion on his side. The pissed off fan base that would make this guy and be like, and he's gonna beat up fucking Goku, because if he couldn't do it on the charts, he's gonna do it in my Mugen. Oh no, maybe that's the only way I can see a way out of here. He's from SpongeBob SquarePants. Well, there you go. All right. Coming up on time here. Votes are tumbling in, and it looks like the most people are betting on player 2. Let's see who has it. Name reveal in 3, 2, 1. And we have Akira Rikudo versus Nazarin Deluxe. So Mr. and Mrs. Deluxe, a daughter. I name it Nazarin. Unfortunately, one of them is bringing their own fully custom intro screen with text, and it says Space Mouse. Gang, it's over. It's over for poor Akira. And we're on the Mexican sitcom stage. Akira opening up early on Nazarin. Nazarin redirecting with some swift movement. Toho character projectiles starting to come out, but all of them pointing the wrong way. And Akira with a big super. We may have a match here on our hands if Nazarin can get her shit together and fire off a move rather than dashing around. One super deployed, but it misses. Akira's going to take round 1 in decisive fashion. Oh my god, Dark Roxas with his fucking Buster Sword has dispatched Nazarin, who put all her energy into the entrance. Next round. Some jumps. Oh my god, gameplay elements. She's transformed. What's the video game equivalent of playing chess while your opponent plays checkers? Oh, never mind. None of it stands up to getting hit by a big sword in the face. Nazarin able to shield all of this. The shield is getting Nazarin up to 7 bars of super, 8 bars of super, 9, 10 bars of super. But is there any way out of this, or is this just a complete lock for Nazarin? It doesn't look like Akira is going to let up on this tempo. He's found his rhythm and he's keeping at it. Solid 4-4. Defcon fans are in shambles right now as they try to keep themselves from bopping their heads and jumping around uncoordinatedly to this beat. Yeah, I love Industrial. Oh, you do? You gotta hear this. Pass you their headphones and this is playing. A move? Oh my god, okay, we have movement in the last 30 seconds of the match. None of it enough. Nazarin put to death by the power of a protagonist with a sword as big as their body. If the sword had been in the picture, maybe the bets would have been different, but as is, a scant 28% of people bet on Akira. Congratulations to those who believed. Player 1 wins. Whew. Damn, damn, damn. All right. Next up, we have... God damn, the little flashes as you leave it running. We have... Oh... This guy could be from any property under the sun, but I'm going to bet a romantic image of Ken from Street Fighter. And... a black and red silhouette with one glowing red eye. This could go either way, gang. Who was made by the more obsessed and deranged Mugen fan? Let's find out. Prediction is loading up. You have 1 minute to vote. Voting is now live. And we see the votes come in. This is a classic Mario versus Master Hand. That's a great way of looking at it. Whew. Evil Soul Bad Guy. Ooh, you might be right. I do see that the hair does kind of mimic Soul Bad Guy from Guilty Gear. Akuma with his back turned. If it is Akuma with his back turned, he's got a laser sight on his back and he's about to get shot by whoever the actual Player 2 character is. Hey, thank you, second biggest loser, for gifting a tier 1 sub to the Oafish Pooper. And thank you for the 50 gift subs on the channel. Much appreciated. All right. Time is up on the prediction. And thank you, Synonymous Glunch, for converting from a Prime sub to a tier 1 sub. What's up? All right. Here we go. Name reveal in 3, 2, 1. We have Violent Ken versus Darkness_Mind. All right. All right. 2 evil versions of characters. Will they load? They load! Darkness Mind is doing some shit. That is the trademark look of a character that is going to fill the screen as soon as we start a match. But Violent Ken doesn't give a shit. Good on a Street Fighter. Hitting with 2 uppercuts. That's almost your full fucking health bar, dog. He anti-aired you with an uppercut, Darkness Mind. Take your filters on the road, chump. All right, round 2. Can Violent Ken make it work? Oh! Iframes on the uppercut means you have to eat whatever Violent Ken does, but now Darkness Mind able to make something happen. Health roughly equal. Darkness Mind able to keep this pressure up, but Violent Ken breaks out the super, and that's it! Oh. Ooh, I seek more powerful opponents. Ooh, ah! Congratulations to Violent Ken. Player 1 wins. Decisive victory. Hard to hate a guy who wins a fight and then goes, ooh, ah, ooh, ooh, ee. Violent Ken dispatching Darkness Mind. Damn, damn, damn. All right. I'm going to load up this next match, and then I'm going to take a quick toilet break after this next one. So hopefully this won't be a long one. Here we have, I think that's one of the Mega Men. Maybe Zero? Dunno. Versus... Ah, fuck me. All right, well, white hair, red eyes anime girl. What fucking factory do they have that keeps pumping these things out? God damn it, dude. Do you guys not have enough of these already? It's called Japan. Ah, she's a two-ho. What? No way! Wait, are you serious? They had enough resources fucking floating around the two-ho factory or whatever they call it to make another... They had another set of red eyes ready to go on her face? Dang. Tom, please change game category. It's fun. I don't want to change the game category because whenever I do, I get the Mugen obsessives who come in and are like, have you considered adding Katie Long to this pack? And then you look up Katie Long and she's like a stunt woman who did 3 movies in the 1970s. And they've made a version of her that you can put in the game and it's all scanned from real life photos and stills of movies. I just don't want to interact with that person. I feel like I don't want to. I don't want to do the maths on how to say no to that person in a way that doesn't make me an enemy for life. I don't think I'm capable of it. Coward. 100%. You go ahead and DM them, dude. All right, let's start up the game. Zero versus Kine. Kine bringing her own backdrop. Looks like Zero just rocking the transparent PNG. Game loads. Kine puts away her book, wearing her funny hat. Zero is powering up even before the round starts. Activity from both fighters. Zero able to summon pufferfish in and also just do some really photosensitive moves. Okay, Kine able to zone him out if she chooses. Kine able to turn this into a bullet hell seemingly at will. Oof. Big throw from Zero. Gets around to the back and powered up again. Spamming moves, kind of distant from everywhere. Throws out one single pellet. Maybe the most pathetic zoning move ever made. Oh my god. But it's getting the job done. Say that. Only like a smidge of health left back for Kine. Dearie me. Oh, air-to-air hits for Zero. Just defend from Zero? He's got the AI ready to parry attacks? Oh my god, this is just such a mismatch between fighter IQs that I think Zero is going to comfortably take this match. She's running up and eating a lot of bullets. For someone with full screen zoning moves and projectiles, Kine is addicted to slowly walking forward or rushing forward or teleporting forward. But you know what? Maybe it's just the fight she came... it's the fight she came to... the fight she came to fight. It's Ronda Rousey's... Somewhere out there is the Toho version of Ronda Rousey's couch yelling head movement in the corner. Some kind of image just appeared on the screen. Impossible to work out what it was. The anime perverts have failed me. Look, it was your fault for trusting in them in the first place. A couch? I said couch? Eh, whatever. Look, you got to give it up for me. I'm watching Mugen and I'm giving out facts on Ronda Rousey's previous fucking old coach. I also said couch again. Damn, I do. Tarvarian? Man, what's that information doing kicking around my skull? It's certainly doing more than Kine is because she's frankly getting bodied. Oh, yep, got out of the corner. Time to walk towards it and then jump into it again. All right, Kine cops a throw. Zero powered up. Kine going to corner herself at some point. As I finished the sentence, she had already done it and then uncornered herself. But Zero going to take it home with maybe 2 more hits here at most. Never mind me. Fuck me. He proceeded to throw out the 2 most piddling hits of all time before finishing with a counter. All right. There you go. That match is over. Congratulations to Zero for taking it away from the power of anime. Player 1 victory. Now I'm going to go on over to the toilet and I'm going to use it to relieve myself. I'm going to leave you all with a, with an image of me using the toilet. And just whatever you think of me, I'm doing my best in there. It's actually, I'm making it all come together pretty well. I'm going to go ahead and throw you over to the Fushigi screen. Enjoy.
All my friends are hot, and they only dance to techno. Techno. friends are hot, and they only dance to techno. Are hot and they only dance to techno. Only dance to techno. All my friends are hot and they only dance to techno.
Hello. All right, here I am. Hello. Did the toilet win? No, I absolutely destroyed the toilet. I did some real good stuff. I walked in there with a plan, executed the plan, dealt with some surprises, e.g. I was peeing sitting down, and then the opportunity to shit came up, and I went ahead and embraced it. Felt good. It felt good to be able to change my game plan on like on a whim like that. To respond to my opponent and kind of... was good. No pants shitting? No pants shitting, big dog. Able to navigate this one perfectly. Good night, Remover. Have a good one. All right. That means we pooped at the same time. Well, there you go. I guess you and I have... I guess we're linked. I'll tell my wife. All right. We have a dismissive anime boy with gray eyes versus... Fuck me. Ah, shit. Alright, well, gang. It's Bowzette. The chilling thing about Bowzette is this means this is a Mugen character that was made in recent memory. Like, I can't remember when Bowzette was a thing. It feels like it was... like a couple of years ago, may have been more, but I really don't care to think of someone sitting down to make a new Mugen character in like 2023, 2019. Woof. You hated that game, Tom? Which game? Super Mario Odyssey? I didn't hate Super Mario Odyssey. I was just like, it's kind of boring. I didn't care much for it, and I apologize if that causes irreparable damage to you, and you will start going insane at me in the Discord that our streamer group shares, and telling me that I need to die, which is something that some of my friends have chosen to do. All right, we are going to start this one off as soon as predictions are over. Oh, predictions are over? Well, me. Time to start it off. We have Kurosata Ryuya versus Boss Bowzette. The game has crashed. Oh, it's been so long. But Bowzette has caused an out of memory error. Damn, that is going to be bringing some real heat to some people's wallets. Holy. That's a lot of tombos. 1.1 million tombos go to Hair Theory and 24 others. Oh boy. I believe that's divided up, but man, oh man. Congratulations to the Crashers. Turning 5k into 145k. A beautiful 28k Tombow payout. Oof. Congratulations to those of you who were able to thread the needle on that one and find out that indeed Bowzette was too beautiful for this world. Next up, we have... God, I just saw fucking Isaac from Binding of Isaac. All right, give me this. It is a... gray man with red eyes, and he is against 3 gray men who are off the screen. This is huge for me because this fucking character portrait is the one that pokes gently onto the character select screen at all times. And so I finally get to find out who it is because I've never been able to tell. I still don't know. I am so excited to find out who this is. All right, who will win? The predictions are live now. Okay, and... Oh, hello, Norm. Sorry, Cat's here. Here we go. Norm, would you like to come up and say hi? My cat? My funny little cat? Player 1, Player 2, Game Crash. Currently live. Normie. Are you gonna jump up? You do, you want to, yeah, do it. Yeah! The lovely cat. Look at this fucking face. He's so stupid, he's so dumb. The stupid man. Oh, he's purring so much. Rub. Okay. Now, Norm, I'm just going to put these headphones on, okay? Is that all right? Good. Thank you, my little fella. Oh, he's rubbing his face on the microphone. He's such a happy kitty. He's such a good cat, man. Is he a cheek scratch enjoyer? It's his favorite thing in the whole wide world. Apart from hunting my wife throughout our house. Which he loves to do that. He loves to scare her so much. Wait, Tom, is that Stewie on your shirt? Yeah, this is the Godfather Stewie shirt. This the red is glittery. It cost me way too much money. It's the worst shirt, and I love it so much. All right, let's find out who this match is between. It is Shadow 2 Bowzette versus Heresy, who doesn't look like they're thereys at all. It loads. Oh, custom intro. Dude, the grayscale face-off. Hard to tell what is even happening, but it looks like Heresy is a Rugal from King of Fighters skin, and it looks like he is busted. Round 2 starts now. Let's fucking go. Okay, dash. Shadow 2 is unfortunately it looks like a Dio from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure or some shit. People who are a different genre of nerd other than me will know that. But also, don't worry about knowing that too much. It's not going to be handy. What you need to know is that he's been fucking destroyed. Damn. Fast work by player 2. Whew. Player 2, aka Heresy or Heresy 1. Brutal stuff. Seeing if I can get this to a point where you can all see it. No. Dude, he's so nice. See what I mean about his favorite thing in the world? Is Norman Mugen and would he win versus Tom? Dude, I would lose a fight to my cat so bad. For one, I don't want to hurt him, and he has no compunctions against hurting me. Also, cats are so quick. How big do you think your cat needs to be for it to completely destroy you in any battle and you have no possible counterplay? I'm gonna say like maybe 1.1 times this size. like not much more. Yeah, that's Robin. That's what I was thinking. Just like 10% more, and just like, oh, okay. Now you're actually trying to fight against a cat. Oh, it's done. They're so fast, and also if they're like actually, oh, it would suck to get cut. He's sharp, but he wouldn't take much squeezing. Yeah, look, I think if I really... But also, like, if a cat was, like, that much bigger, their claws are that much bigger, damn. They only need a few attacks. My cat has 7 kilos of muscle. He might already be able to. Oh, damn. The big cat. Big, strong cat. Hey, Tanim, thank you very much for the 14 months. What's up, Dave? My cat is so huge and athletic. The first day we got a cat tree, he ran full speed and jumped to the top and ripped it clean off. Just jumping clean through the tree. Oh, yes. We have finally got someone who put themselves into Mugen using still images. Player 1 is going to be a friend of a modder in Mugen. Player 2 is going to be a floating head of an old man. I'm in heaven, dude. Lula? Everybody knows this Lula? Who is Lula? Oh, the Brazilian president? Oh my god, you're right. I'm looking on Mugen Archive. And, yep, it's... Oh my god, I don't think it's the only Lula that's been uploaded. This is specifically Prison Lula. We will find out if this is a dark version of Lula similar to Violent Ken, or if it's just a standalone character in a few seconds, I guess. Alright, prediction is coming up on screen. 1 minute to vote who you think is going to win. A guy with a gas mask and a gun and a bucket hat, or the president of Brazil. Hey, thank you, Mike McFinnis, for the fresh prime. Much appreciated. And thank you, Soft Lusker, for the 7 months. Welcome back. Parasocial check-in. Parasocial check-in completed. Thank you for your time. No, I didn't see when DBJ rolled a guy that was in chat during Gamblethon. Okay, now, how are you doing, Norm? He's becoming crazy, I believe. Logically, the self-insert will be broken. Here's what I think. I think that this means that this character will have a functioning AI. And I feel like the other character, there's a chance that it has a functioning AI, or potentially it's just a meme character that crushes his opponent with like a big thing labeled deficit or whatever. I'm not up with Brazilian politics, but I think that could be it. All right, here we go. Shang versus Lula Drow. Match starts now. Does it load? It loads. Shang has his own intro cutscene. Lula is looking incredible. Lula is looking like a still image so far. Will we see any movement? We do? Oh my god. Holy, is this the best movement we've ever seen in a Mugen character? Lula able to take so many forms, all of them presidential? Unfortunately, Shang has the early advantage with some simple moves. Oh my god, Lula able to summon a gigantic head. Unfortunately, whiffs. Lula, you're not playing your range here. If you're going to summon those gigantic screen-filling heads... Oh, there we go. There's a start, but it's only taking pixels of life away from Shang. Needs to just play a further, a more of a zoner game plan. Imagine if he stood up like this. Imagine if he stood up and looked you in the eyes. What would you do? I'd be so scared. I'd leave. Lula able to sling out some political cartoons. Unfortunately, looks like they're doing about as much damage as they do in real life. The grab bodies Lula and knocks him out. Adore that. That is so good. All right. Second round. Shang Huanan versus the President of Brazil. Will the President have a late comeback here? It doesn't seem like he's able to get anything going, but there is a big face appearing, which is nice. Oh. Light kick does not connect. Shang Huan trying to take to the air a little bit, maybe making this a bit more complicated than he needs to as he's responding to attacks that Lula is not in danger of throwing out. Essentially, at that point-blank range, it doesn't look like there's anything Lula can do, apart from throw up a political cartoon of ally or enemy, who knows. There's a TikTok where the lady's dog opens the door from the other side, and when the door is open, it's like a jump-scared dog walking on two legs. It's the scariest thing I've ever seen for about 1 second until I realized what was happening. Yeah, it is really scary to imagine. I mean... DB from YKS used to talk about how his cat, he used to just like stand up on its hind legs, just sit on its hind legs and just be like, It would be really scary to walk into a room and find it doing that. The thing that Norm does is he started... Super move used. Alphabet deployed. Lula almost dispatched. One more hit will do it from Shang. Come on, Shang. There it is. Air to air puts Lula down for the count. A second victory animation. A lot of love put into Shang there, and you can see that it's worked out for them. Player 1 defeats Player 2 in the in the perennial battle between, well, President of Brazil and video game enthusiast. The intro from the game Shen is from rules. Oh my god, wait for a second though. We've got fucking hell. Dude, my brain's overloaded using Sonic knowledge. I just haven't used it in so long. We have Knuckles, the Echidna, versus... if I had to guess, a character from an inflation fetish Mugen mod that is going to be very strange to watch. But, I'll say this. I don't think that this character will be particularly proactive. The other time we've got someone from this mod, they have not been able to get much started. They've not been able to do much except for kind of move ponderously around. The furry inflation fighting game where all the characters are extremely balanced. Yes. That's not that one Full Metal Alchemist character, right? I'm disconnected enough from Full Metal Alchemist that I'm not sure which one you're talking about. It may well be, but I personally am not privy to too much Full Metal Alchemist knowledge anymore. Unfortunately, I'm so sorry to say that. Sorry, here, let me go ahead and dismiss this, and that should do it. All right. Nicely framed up. Looks like most people are betting on Knuckles here. Let's see. Here we go. The match is between Zafta and Knuckles. Load it up. Yep, I think I was right. Well, Zafta able to control some of the space with her long limbs, but looks like Knuckles is got a good showing himself. Zafta with a big hitbox, but Knuckles able to get nothing started here. Zafta with impressive damage, but also spacing, able to get some short combos going. It looks like with that air combo, Knuckles is looking completely outclassed. Jab to the back, doesn't get anything done. Zafta lingers in the splits for a little while after the victory. All right. I think this is another K's cat character, like the big ass rabbit from last time. Now, what would make you say something like that? That this comes from a similar place as the previous gigantic thighed furry character. Knuckles is weak in the knees. Knuckles is fumbling the bag, that's for sure. Oh, God bless him. Knuckles is trying to get back to platforming, but he's stuck somewhere he shouldn't be in a fighting game. Zafta dispatches Knuckles, hopefully sending him back to somewhere he's more comfortable. Big win for Zafta. Only 30% of people guessed that that would happen. And yeah, no, Zafta was wearing knee braces there. A very responsible giraffe, if ever I did see one. Damn. Okay, looks like we have... Is that the Japanese military? Is that the Axis Japanese military? Versus a big red boy. Well, gang, I think it's perhaps not a good one. All right. Oh, fuck, I went... Okay, well, I guess we'll just... It's the SDF versus Red Tornado. I'm sorry, I pressed start before we got the prediction, but let's see. Oh my god, dude. Red Tornado is getting picked apart by the military. Is there anything he can do? I didn't realize they'd be so wonderfully small. Okay, yep, no, not able to get much started here. He's just kind of getting peppered by projectiles, which, fair enough. This is how it'd go if I tried to take them on. Pretty much any military would stun lock me with bullets until I died. The only difference is that it would take approximately one bullet to do that to me. Whereas Red Tornado at least able to build up super meter by getting shot and then try and get something happening. Unfortunately, does not seem like that's gonna make anything happen. Who the hell is that? Not the sounds on the stairs. I know that's Demi. But the gigantic, like, dropshippy thing. And the military has taken out Red Tornado. Well, I think we just... Look. I'm just pressing around, seeing if I can find the quit button. Doesn't seem like I can. But I'm not too invested in seeing this unfold for another fight. And we only have 15 minutes left. So I think I'm going to go ahead and hit this with a quit. Oh my god, no, that restarted the round? F4 restarts the round? Oh my god. Wait, so what happened then? All right, well, hey, sped through it. All right, fair enough.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's all right. I forgot to close it. All right. Okay. Next up, we have... Well, a fight between player 1 and player 2. I forgot to start the prediction on that one, so nothing happens. This next prediction will be started. That I swear. And it is going to be a fight between... Oh, the guy from Bleach and... guy from, what, Broforce or something, maybe? Is that... Anyway, hey, player 1 versus player 2, left and rights. Oh, Scott Pilgrim. Yes, you're so right. You're so right. That's so true. Mercenary Kings. He's from Gravity Falls. The Gravity Falls fighting game episode. God damn. This is really exposing my lack of anime knowledge. Said with the air of someone who is like, oh no, my pants fell down and now everyone can see my huge, beautiful penis. Oh no. Yeah, dude, it's good. That's good. It's good to make it clear to prospective mates and people around you who have no knowledge of anime. Okay, so Shankwanan was from Dong Dong Never Die, which is a game I've heard about. But I just know it mainly as the game that rocks. That's so fucking cool. Yeah. That's so cool, man. They're so cool. Yeah! Shang! That's my friend Shang! Alright, here we go. Predictions are in for this powerful battle between anime and, well, I guess Hollywood movie as told, as embodied by a 8-bit 16-bit game. All right, here we go. Will it load? It does. At least load the character select screen. Ichigo Gurusaki versus Rumble. Loads in.
I'm gonna kill you.
Big, beautiful, chunky sprite for Rumble. Ichigo counters with an I'm gonna kill you. All right. Ichigo powering up, it looks like. Then eating a big right hook for his troubles, summoning his friend who fires arrows off in the exact wrong direction. Neither fighter able to get anything going here in the early going. I say that just as Rumble connects with a cheeky 3-hit combo. Big damage for Rumble. Beautiful somersault kick. Pipe comes out. Okay. Jump in. Jump in expertly dodges the summon friend of Ichigo, then hits him to unsummon. Air block. Jump over. Ichigo powering up, but for what? He better show it in a second.
Over here.
Over here. Bro, you have a big sword, please. I know, man. I know. It's the anime protagonist arc. It's come into the game looking so cool and then realize that, like in the anime, he has to spend like 3 seasons doing anything to have any moves available. Overhead from Rumble connects. Brutal damage from Rumble. Make it happen. Make it happen. Right hook blocked. Oh my god, if he can get one use of that guy off where that actually connects, this might be a different story. But as is, Rumble shocks Ichigo and sends it over to round 2 with his own custom soundbite. Alright. Next up, Ichigo starts it off with a classic move. 2 power-ups into nothing. Teleports behind you, nothing personal, kid. Summons my friend to fire off arrows into absolutely nothing for no reason. Thanks so much, man. You're such a good friend. Oh my god, the evasion from Rumble. And it seems like the game thinks we're stuck in the Ichigo powering up phase because the sound effect has not stopped. Yep, it does think that he is still powering up. Rumble able to use a little bit of EX meter to chain 2 moves together on block. Beautiful stuff. Unfortunately, he doesn't even really need it because I think just a fucking few more of those somersault kicks is going to dispatch Ichigo. Is this guy fucking incapable of firing the right direction? Ichigo, please use that while you're full screen. It doesn't seem like he's ever going to. Unfortunately, he's just calling his friend to do the world's worst job. Rumble finally pressing the I win button and using his red lightning attack. And this is a pretty foregone conclusion. The guy was summoned in the right position, but unfortunately, Like many of us, he's allergic to getting hit in the head with a pipe. Has to take a leave of leave of sickness. One use of the guy connects and shaves off maybe a couple millimeters off of a health bar. Looks like it's all going to be over in 1 second. Rumble has made this look like a foregone conclusion. Got enough time here that we can count his abs. Looks like there's 8 of those suckers, possibly 10 hidden by the waistband. Rumble wins. My apologies to those of you who have supported Bleach throughout its long and storied history. Player 2, who had 38% of the votes, won. Next up, we have a purple-haired, red-eyed anime girl versus Red Skull. Oh boy, wow. It's actually kind of a pleasant change for 2025 to see anime, like an anime girl pitched up against a Nazi. That's maybe the only thing I can think of that would actually hurt their feelings at this point. Here we go. We have the votes up. Who will win? Player 1, Player 2, or Game Crash? Looks like the animated version of Red Skull. I don't know if that's going to have an impact on his implementation in the game. I would guess that it's going to be a reskin of a pre-existing fighting game character. Her name is going to be Adolfina or something. Well, let's see. Maybe now we turn to anime to save us. Got a lot riding against fascism right now. Yeah, you and me both, dude. The guy from Kick hasn't messaged me back about moving to that platform, so we're both currently against fascism. I'm like a couple emails away from being a swing voter, but right now, as far as I can tell. All right. Votes are in. Let's see who wins. It is going to be Iku Neagai versus Iron Skull. Does it load? It does. And she's got her own color palette, and she's a fish. She's a fried piece of prawn. Well, she's doing some damage. Big bottle of soy sauce comes in for Iku. And it looks like Red Skull Iron Skull. I didn't even realize. Iron Skull unable to work out how to deal with this game plan of happily jumping up from the bottom of the screen with a big bottle of soy sauce around as an ally. The stage changing to accommodate the incredible tactics that Iku was showing. Unfortunately, doesn't look like Iron Skull is going to get a hand on this at all. Is this going to be a timeout victory for Iku? She's doing damage steadily. And there's a small Little Red Riding Hood with a gun, it looks like, down the bottom of the screen. Over 2/3 of the health bar gone for Iron Skull. Looks like this one's not going to go to time. If he opens up once, he's going to get clipped by that jumping hitbox. Unclear whether the soy sauce is doing anything. But looks like that's going to be it. Maybe that hit was from the soy sauce, or maybe the fried shrimp has a hitbox that we can't fully understand. All things are possible. Off she goes. Yep. You had your chance, pal. You could have gotten a throw off and maybe locked her into your game plan. Unfortunately, now Iku is down the bottom of the screen. Best of luck. Unfortunately, her win con is already fired, and you are living in her world now as she summons the soy sauce back. Look how mad Red Skull looks, dude. You would be so pissed off if you turned up to the fighting game tournament and the other guy was doing this. it doesn't look like there's any opportunity really for Iron Skull to get an attack in, but it is nice to watch him kind of... You know what they say? Well, actually, no, this isn't a you know what they say. You know what I say? Sometimes joy really is infectious, and I am having so much, like, second-hand happiness from seeing how happy Ikko is jumping around the screen as a big fried shrimp. It's so nice. Soy sauce chip damage? Oh, dude, I would fucking order that off of the menu in a second. Soy sauce on chips? Maybe new tech? I don't know. A little bit salty, but no, I don't think soy sauce potato is the way to go. She's not working for it. I'd like to see you try and do this. Much less deplete an enemy's health bar while doing it. If I was doing this, my enemies would be thrilled. But here Ikko is, putting them in a body bag, one hit away. But either one hit or 3 seconds away from a win. Turns out it was the one hit. Congratulations, Ikko. The soy sauce making its way over the screen. Iron Skull in shambles. Thank you, anime. I'll say it once in my life. I might as well say it now. 61% of people voted player one there. Congratulations. All right. I think this is probably going to be our last match of the day. Unless it ends immediately. Let's make it a good one. We have... Oh my god, just letting this run and seeing the possibilities in front of us is intoxicating. We have Wally versus one of the Mega Men. What's up, Jace? Thanks for the 11 months. Welcome back. All right. Who will win? Of these two robots that have taught us how to be, I don't know, wise, emotional, the beauty of everyday life. Let's see. Hand-drawn Wally is, yeah, very much so. This is a Wally pieced together by a fan. Is that person going to have created a Wally with a fighting instinct within them? Or is this going to be someone who is just built a Wally that is as capable as the humans are in Wally's own movie? Emulating the classic Mugen fighting style of kind of floating uselessly around the stage and every now and again throwing out a jab. I listened to 2 different bands that sing about Mega Man, and I'm holding back rambling lore. Much appreciated. Thank you, Archranger. No matter what anyone says in the chat, do not take it as an invitation to cut sick on the Mega Man lore. I appreciate it. All right, here we go. Will there be a crash? Will we load into this? We go 3, 2, 1. Name reveal. True Fire Wally versus Protoman. A little bit of Wally just coming into, impinging on Protoman's world. True Fire Wally has access to the Inferno. Holy fuck, dude. He's got zips. True Fire Wally, Fighter of the Night, Knockout of the Night incoming, if I had to guess. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. The wall combo. Breaking a 20-hit combo on Protoman. Protoman unable to make anything happen in this match so far. Opens him up expertly. Round 1, True Fire Wally, who explodes as a show of dominance. Starting off with fire in hand. It's all True Fire Wally. Teleport into ambiguous cross-up mix-up. Super pops for True Fire Wally. Take him off the screen. He's going to be off there permanently in a second. Thank you so much, True Fire Wally. Throwing out projectiles. He's got it all. Super flash. 5-hit combo. Way past half health for Protoman. Cheeky, small uppercut. 1 throw lands for Protoman. He can say safely, yeah, you should see the other guy. He was on fire at the end of the match. Unfortunately, he also started the match on fire, and he was on fire throughout it. God damn. Player 1 victory. Wally absolutely housed Protoman. Damn. Incredible. That was one of the most well-made characters so far. I agree. Beautiful. Incredible to see that the 3D and the 2D game. Oh, man. All right. Well, hey, I believe that's going to be where we leave it for today. We have a stream in 2 days where I'll be playing Magic the Gathering Arena. I'm so excited for it. Sponsored stream, which is sick. We'll be having a lovely time playing with cards from the new set. I promise, even if you don't play Magic, it will be a nice time to hang out with your old pal Tombo. And apart from that, I will see you in the Discord for more posts of the schedule after that stream. Catch you later. Bye-bye. I'm going to hide this so I don't come back to it. All right. Toodaloo. Toodaloo. Trying out saying it again to see if it sounded as weird the second time. I'm going to go ahead and raid the Luke-Man.
The game I have prepared for you guys is called...
Sorry, that was... I clicked on something and the fucking front page started playing. The Luke-Man is playing Jackbox with the Goo Crew, so I'm going to go ahead and raid on in to the man himself.
Came up with my idea
he's plugging AMV night, which is fucking sick. Luke is running an anime music video night.
Amazing to me. I figured everyone would be setting him in.
I think he's ending.
Counting the
well,
the two from Rock.
Not before I raid in. Sucked in. Goodbye.
I don't date.
I don't date.